Ancient Weapon Uranus is God Valley itself. 40 years ago, in the Holy Land, a pivotal meeting unfolds. Saint Figarland Garling, at this point a celestial holy knight, reports to the 5 elders about his recent mission. Garling has been to the remote island of God Valley, trying to convince its inhabitants to join the world government. By the looks of it, the government has been trying to recruit them for a while, due to the resources they can extract. His report isn't good. The islanders refuse to submit to the world government, even to a celestial envoy like him. However, Garling found something far more intriguing in God Valley than just simple riches. In particular, Garling mentions one remarkable discovery that he believes would greatly interest Imu-sama, which piques even the Gorosei's interest. So Garling proposes an idea. Why don't they hold the next celestial culling games on God Valley? Basically using violence and coercion to make this island theirs. Of course, at first, they would try the diplomatic approach, since if the inhabitants are still alive, it is much easier to extract even more resources from them, like maybe use them for free labor. There are many unaffiliated islands still present around the world, but it seems like the violent hunting games approach only is taken by the government for lands, which are critical to their agenda. And with the God Valley incident occurring in 2 years, it's obvious that Garling finding was indeed valuable enough for Imu to seize the island. The most likely contender for what this discovery is relates to the ancient weapon Uranus. Other than Luffy's fruit, poneglyphs, Imu only seems to be interested in the ancient weapons, the things that could threaten his rule. If it was Luffy's fruit or just a poneglyph, Garling and the God's Knights could just take it by force due to their immense strength. Yet they needed to take the entire island, so it's likely a resource or final piece of the puzzle which unlocks Uranus for Imu, maybe a fuel for Mother Flame. However, on our chapter reaction livestream, we theorized that perhaps the island itself is part of the Uranus weapon, because at the end of God Valley, it vanishes without a trace. Back then, Imu didn't have a Uranus. Even if he had a final shot, it would create a massive hole in the ocean like in Lulusia, which makes the sea level rise, causing mass chaos all around the world. We would have heard of this cataclysmic event because islands would be erased, like everything would start flooding. So this is very unlikely. What if instead the island flew in the air upside down as it was the main body of Uranus? However, to fire it, you needed Vegapunk's Mother Flame or the fuel. For example, there are blueprints for Pluton, right? We have found out recently that Pluton, the ship itself, is buried under Wano. So similarly, look at how God Valley looks. Does it not look like a big ass laser cannon? Like, come on, man. Like, flip it upside down. It looks low-key like the energy sword from Halo, or like a ray gun, okay? You shoot a beam from that little gap, which shoots down like 16 holy bullets from Uranus. You see what I'm cooking here, chat? So what if God Valley was like a piece of the final Uranus weapon? Even the name of the island being God Valley holds significance, since it was called that before government intervention. Uranus in Greek myth is the god of the sky. Some in the community think that Oda is hinting that this island itself is the godlike ancient weapon. But another godly reveal at this island is Shanks' mother, who was a resident of God Valley. Garling visited this island and raised up this red-haired baddie, or maybe he just forced her to do the deed. You know, who knows? These are celestials. They're maniacs. And then he left to get some milk, likely not realizing that she got pregnant. Next levels of deadbeat behavior here. Or rather, he was waiting to come grab his kids during the Celestial Hunger Games 2 years later. Both Shanks and Shamrock are shown to be taken care of by the island natives. It's possible that due to the history of God Valley, this girl, Garling Smash, had some special lineage. Either way, the paneling of Shanks and Shamrock is striking. Both born as twins, but their fates split during that fateful day, just like the split in God Valley. One child picked up by Roger, while the other taken back to become a celestial by his father Garling. However, there was likely no mercy for the mother, as she was a victim of the hunt 38 years ago. At least he got to name the kids Shamrock and Shanks, which also shows that Roger, having known Shanks' name, he probably heard it from Garling or knew their mother herself in God Valley. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and get some gamer subs, guys. Helps us out a lot. Also, get the Nakama t-shirt. Also, there's a Deadbeat Dragon t-shirt I've been cooking up the design of, you know, so that might be coming up soon. Thank you so much for watching. Another One Piece video, probably Monday, about every god in One Piece. I'm gonna talk about my goat, Monkey Deadbeat Dragon. It's coming to Elbath. I'll see you guys next week. There's no break next week. God Valley next week. Be prepared.